everyone. Thank you everybody for joining us today for our UC Davis Continuing Professional Education's Conflict Resolution Information session. We'll go ahead and first get started with some introductions. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to use the question and answer button. My name is Ruth Cervantes, and I'm the Program Manager for our Conflict Resolution Program here at UC Davis Continuing and Professional Education, or as CPE, as we'll be referring to it throughout the session, just for brevity's sake. Also joining us today, we have Monica Jackson on our screen. Monica is the Program Director for Land Use and Natural Resources, Environmental Management, Geographic Information Systems, Health and Safety, and Conflict Resolution Programs here at UC Davis CPE. So she knows everything. So we're going to take a look at our agenda next, so you know what to expect during our information session today. So firstly, we'll go through a brief introduction to UC Davis CPE. We'll review our mission and our history, and then we'll get into some specifics of CPE's conflict resolution professional concentration. We'll go over a tour of an online course on Canvas and review how to finance your education, and including discounts. And then we'll wrap up with some question and answers. So before we dive into our presentation, just a few housekeeping notes for everybody. Please feel free to utilize the question and answer function at the bottom of your screen, or you can send it in the chat button also. We'll be answering questions towards the end of our session today, so we might not answer it in the moment, but we'll get to your questions. So due to the current COVID-19 pandemic, all of CPE's conflict resolution courses are at the moment in a remote learning online format. Given the popularity of our online offerings, we expect this to continue once COVID restrictions have lifted. However, we are also looking to go back into the classroom within winter of 2020. So that would be January through March of this coming year. I'll go over that a little bit later. And then lastly, all of the attendees today will be getting an email that has a recording of today's discussion, so you can come back and revisit it in case you miss hearing my voice. Moving forward. So the first thing that we have today is we have a poll for you. Let me launch that for you. So have you previously taken a class from UC Davis Continuing and Professional Education? We're formerly known as UC Davis Extension. So if you've taken a course with UC Davis Extension, that would also be us too. So we'll give everybody a minute to fill that out.
Oh, Ruth, I just wanted to let everybody know that while Ruth is presenting, I will be assisting her today and answering questions in the chat and the Q&A. So feel free to post questions there.
Thanks, Monica. Okay, so it looks like a majority of you are new students. Welcome. We'd love to see new faces. And we hope to see you in some of our classes soon. So our mission at UC Davis Continuing Professional Education is we are the lifelong learning arm of UC Davis. We provide learning opportunities that transform people, organizations, and communities. So as most of you are aware, or maybe some of you aren't aware, a lot of our students already have graduated. They have undergraduate degrees. Some of you might have master's degrees or advanced learning degrees. And our courses are designed for people that are already in their profession looking to gain an additional skill set. And we hope to help you with that. So we'll go over that a little bit more later. So we have been providing quality continuing education programs for more than 50 years with more than 62,000 annual enrollments. We serve students locally and nationwide with enrollments from all 50 states and over 100 countries. So it runs a large gamut. So we have another poll for you. Give me one moment so I can launch that for you. So we want to learn a little bit more about you. So what brought you to this information session today? Did you want to gain some professional development skills? Or are you just looking for a career change? Or are you like myself and you just love to learn and want to expand your knowledge? Or has a friend or a colleague just been talking your ear off about our programs? Or is there something else? We definitely want to hear from you. We'll give everybody a quick minute to finish filling that out. All right, it looks like the majority of you are looking for professional development, which we can definitely help you out with. There are also a couple of you that are looking for career change, and there are some that are also looking to learn or love to learn and just want to expand their knowledge set. So thank you everybody for participating in our poll. So a little bit more about our conflict resolution professional concentration. It was built to prepare students to effectively use multiple different conflict resolution tools and techniques. The courses include a mix of theory and practical tools, including plenty of time for hands-on practice, albeit virtually right now, and working within small groups to get through scenarios or sample projects. Some of the topics and skills covered include theory and techniques for mediating conflict facilitation skills, for conducting successful group meetings, some strategies for minimizing conflict in difficult situations, some techniques for joint fact-finding and interest-based negotiations, leadership skills for addressing conflict and negotiating settings. And all of our courses in the program area focus on building consensus and equipping students to successfully navigate difficult situations. So those situations can occur in any field, as I'm sure all of you are aware. They are conflict resolution students, come from all backgrounds and do all sorts of different things with their professional concentration. Some of them have started their own mediation practices. Some of them are using the professional concentration to get a promotion in their career path. And some of them are using the skills that they learned to raise their teenage children. You can use it for me. Like all our courses here at UC Davis CPE, our instructors in our conflict resolution program are practitioners in the field. Therefore, you're benefiting from their experience and lessons learned. You get to hear their tips and tricks that they've acquired in their practice. So some of you might be unfamiliar with the term professional concentration. The professional concentration offers a focused path. The conflict resolution professional concentration consists of 3 required courses, which include Introduction to Conflict Resolution, Fundamental Conflict Resolution Skills, and Advanced Conflict Resolution Skills. So these required courses are all academically approved and are therefore graded with points assigned for participation and quizzes and a final assignment. We do recommend that courses be taken in this order on the screen, just so that each concept builds on each other. The professional concentration can be completed within 9 months and up to 1 year. And because we know that you're busy, we want to make sure that you can learn this content and then take it back to work. You can also finish it within 5 years if needed. Oops, sorry, going back one. We recommend that, again, these classes build on each other. So again, making sure you take the introduction course, the fundamentals class after that, and the advanced course after that. If maybe you've taken the introduction course, you can definitely let us know, and then we can best advise you there. We're also always looking to develop new courses so that our content is always relevant and of interest to our students. To this effect, we offer an optional course which is not included within the professional concentration, and these classes are also non-academic and therefore not graded. So an upcoming class that we have is The Art of Engaging in Conflict, which is designed for anyone interested in learning how to lean into conflict rather than recoil from it. And this is taught by our instructor, Rachel Boldman, and it starts on January 25th through January 27th. And if you want more information about that, you can definitely email me. So while these courses are offered once per year, we do consistently repeat them year after year in the same time frame, which can be used for planning purposes for yourself. So if you know, for example, that you're going to be working on maybe a project for work and it's going to take up a lot of your time, you're more than welcome to come back around that same time next year and take that course. UC Davis and CP are again moving forward with re-entering the classroom again in winter with our fundamental conflict resolution skills course. So if there's a need to pivot online, you know, we definitely can do that, but as of right now, it is planned in the classroom. So next, we will be going on a tour of Canvas. So some of you may or may not be familiar with Canvas. Canvas is our learning management system for campus. Some of you may have taken it before in your undergraduate work or in your higher education work. And some of you may not be familiar with it at all. So we'll go over it together. So let me share my screen. One moment, please. So you should now be seeing our Canvas course. Is that correct? Monica, you can tell me. Okay, perfect. She's nodding her head. That tells me yes. So this is our Introduction to Conflict Resolution course that we had in around this time last year. It's actually October of last year. So when students first log into Canvas, so you will get a registration email when you register for the course, and that will include the login for Canvas. You will use whatever email address you use to log in for the or to register for the course. So when you log into that, you will see a list of your courses. And if you register for Introduction to Conflict Resolution, you would see this course. On the first page, we have our course objectives, so what we hope students will gain from the course. Next, we go over how the course works. So we give a breakdown of how the course will work. So what readings are available, weekly online discussions, a final paper, and if there's a guest speaker, et cetera, we'll go over all of that. There's also a list of grading criteria. Again, these courses are academically approved, therefore they do have grades associated with them. It has a point breakdown as well. And it also includes the course schedule. So it breaks down the course into different sections as you would in the classroom. Typically down here, you would see a schedule of when different assignments are due. So as this is an older course, you won't see that. So on the left-hand side, once again, you will see all these different buttons. So right now we're looking at the syllabus. However, if there's any announcements for the course, we would list them right here. You would get that from either myself or you would get that from the instructor. Within the modules feature, once it loads, you will see a list of how the courses are broken down. So the first part is getting started with the course. So we definitely want everybody to introduce themselves and get that social networking perspective that we miss in the classroom. We definitely also will go over an overview of the course, conflict, and third-party rules, everything like that. So it's all broken down for you in bite-sized pieces, so to speak. On the left-hand side, there's also a button for Zoom. So if there is a live session associated with your course, you would click on that to go directly to the live session for that class, where you would be going over with the instructor a specific section or having office hours per se with your instructor. So that's that. Canvas is really, it's really easy to use. However, some people might not be used to it, and that's totally fine. There is always a help button right here, and you're more than welcome to reach out to me if you have any questions on how to use it, or if you have any questions on anything else, more than welcome to. So I hope that gives you guys a good perspective of how the course is working in an online format. So go back to our presentation. If I can figure that out, hold please. One second. This one. Okay. So you should be seeing back the Canvas and Zoom pages on our presentation. Perfect. Monica's once again nodding her head. This tells me yes.
Ruth told me I couldn't talk, so that's why I'm only nodding my head. So
she's exaggerating.
Real
I didn't say that at all. Lies. But moving forward, so we have, by now you're thinking, by Ruth, this sounds amazing, but how can I get a discount? We do offer discounts on most of our courses, and you can learn more about these on our website. So I've highlighted a few here. So members of the Cal Aggie Alumni Association enjoy $50 off our course, please note this is also a reciprocal benefit because we love all our UC sisters and brothers. So you can use that to extend to all of us in the UC Alumni Association. Our professional partners also receive a 10% discount, as well as groups of 3 or more that are enrolling in the same class at the same time with the same payment method. So the trick to that is if you or your colleagues all are interested in taking a course, definitely try to loop everybody together first before you enroll and paying at the same time as well. So if you have questions on any of that, you're more than welcome to reach out to us. And there is a full list of discounts available on our website if you have more questions. Moving forward. So to thank everybody for attending today, we will be emailing out a $100 coupon that is good for one-time use by new students only. So most of you are new students. So yay, this will incentivize you to take one of our courses. This coupon does expire, however, so just make sure you use it before September of 2022. We also have some student aid available to those who are standing by to help with those kinds of questions. You can reach them via email at cpe@ucdavis.edu or by the phone number listed here. For specific questions about the Workforce Investment and Opportunity Act, WIOA, or the AmeriCorps Educational Award, you can specify that you would like to be contacted by Tina Erke. If you have any questions regarding veterans benefits, GI Bill, and or student and personal loans, you can specify that you'd like to be contacted by Ton Fan. And if you have any other questions regarding how to finance your education, you're definitely more than welcome to reach out to us and we can definitely help point you in that direction. But there's also a URL listed here that you can use as well. So we have one final poll for you to take. Just let me get to it. So we want to know what your next steps might be. Are you ready to enroll in some of our courses? Do you need some time to think about it? Or do you have some lingering questions? Or are you not sure if this program meets your needs? We want to hear from you. We'll give everybody a second to fill out the poll. Okay, so it looks like it's a combination for everybody. Some of you are ready to enroll, which is great. Definitely let us know what classes you'd like to enroll in and we can give you more information on that. And some of you might need some time to think about it and that's totally fine. Let us know if you still have any questions as well. We're definitely here to answer them. Some of you do still have questions, so definitely put those in the question and answer button. If you're not sure this program meets your needs, that's totally fine. It might not fit for everybody and that's totally fine. Speaking of question and answers, we're here to answer those questions. So if you have any, feel free to list them out and we are here to answer them live. So our first question we have is, can you talk more about course content? Monica, would you like to answer that? This is one I allow her to speak.
She's letting me talk. So I guess I would ask, are you referring to just the professional concentration? If so, those courses really follow a sequence with the intro course, which is completely offered online, remote, and then transitioning into the fundamentals course, which takes you deeper. The intro course is definitely more about self-reflection and how you engage with conflict, how you respond. There's definitely some internal, external component to it, but a lot of it is there is some journaling, there is some reflection on your responses and how you engage with others. The fundamentals course definitely focuses on engaging in both one-on-one and in a group setting. There will be scenarios. All of our courses offer scenarios and case studies for you to have real life hands-on experience. And definitely we work in groups and we work on solo projects. The third course is definitely all in case study. It's a really interesting course. It gives you one project that you take through the entire course. And the course is broken up into basically two sides. And it's about how you negotiate and how you persuade and how you have these conversations. Some of the case studies will focus on if it's in the public sector and working in that audience. Some will focus on private sector, but they all use that group dynamic. And that's for the professional concentration. Our standalone courses, like the Art of Engaging in Conflict, is one of our new courses that starts off in January. And that course is basically saying conflict is not bad. Conflict is not a negative thing. And so helping you to not approach it with that mindset and to approach it in a way that allows you to move a conversation forward. And there will be tools and resources on how you do that. You will be faced, it's a one-day course offered over the course of 3 days, but it gives you the opportunity to identify conflict, reflect on it, and then how do you manage and engage with another person and or a group in either your personal life or in the workplace through that conflict, the art of having a conversation. So that's basically what most of our courses reflect on. We have some other courses that are coming up that talk about conflict in a diverse environment. Again, looking at assessing, identifying the situation, knowing that this is not a one size fits all, and learning how to adjust your internal and external response, and how to make sure that it's collaborative and consensus related, and that people walk away feeling that that they're heard, two, that progress has been made. And that's basically the foundation of a lot of the courses that we offer.
Thank you, Monica. We do have more questions in the question and answer button. So one of these questions is about how to become a professional mediator. So can these courses help you to become a professional mediator? And if so, do you provide mentorship from experienced mediators? There's another question that kind of relates to that. It's also on if this course helps us to become a mediator, and do we offer assistance to get a mediator panel for which one can be selected? I'll let Monica answer that one.
Okay, so we do have a new course that's coming up that focuses 100% on mediation. And there is it's a licensing type of thing. It's not necessarily a license, but you have to take an assessment in order to become a mediator in California. So these courses will definitely prepare you for that, especially some of the courses that we have coming up in 2022. I would say that you would have access definitely to our instructors. They are always accessible. They are very generous with their time, and based on feedback that we receive from our students when we sometimes send out queries at the beginning of a class to ask kind of what your area of focus is, what you would like to spend some time in. I would encourage all of you to take advantage of that query and say, this is what you want to do, and this is what your area of focus is, and what you would like to spend your time in the course in. And that can be accommodated. Not always, but the majority of the time. So yes, if you're interested in working in mediation and pursuing that field, these courses in our program, the PC and our individual courses, can definitely help you towards that goal.
Thanks, Monica. We do have a question about, for someone who wants to take these courses fully online due to distance, how long would it take to complete the professional concentration? So that, again, it goes between 9 months to a year, so it would be the same format. However, the other question is, if someone is looking to add mediation to an arbitrator background, would any of the courses and or their certificate be appropriate for private practice mediation, as well as courtroom mediation requirements in California? Monica?
Okay, I was reading questions in the Q&A. Can you tell me which one? Tell me which question you were referring to, because I was reading all the other questions.
I was reading Christina's question.
Christina, for someone who wants to take courses fully online?
The second part.
Yeah. Okay. Also for someone looking to add mediation. All right. Yes. And I would reiterate what I said previously about mediation. There is an assessment that you do have to take. I think that you would probably be best served by taking our course that's going to be offered by James Lingle, who is our mediator. He is now at The Hague taking more courses on mediation. He is an expert mediator, and he is working on his PhD at The Hague right now. And he is going to kind of oversee all of our mediation courses. Yes, he is going to be the person that you would want to talk to. If you want to send us an email, I can do my best to connect you guys, and he would be able to answer this question for you and tell you about what the upcoming courses would look like on the mediation side. And he is certified in the state of California. So send me your information, Christina, and we will connect you.
It looks like we have one other question. At the end of these 3 courses, will we be qualified to conduct mediations?
Again, not legally. You have to pass your assessment for the state of California. So that is what you would need to do. But you would definitely be well on your way skill-wise. But these courses are not, the courses that are in our PC are not just focused on mediation. They're focused on all of conflict resolution, collaboration, consensus building tools. We do have our 3rd course in the PC and additional courses that focus more on mediation. And if you're interested, and those are academic courses too that are coming up in 2022. And so if that is your area of interest, that is what I would say for you to focus on strictly for mediation. If you're looking to enhance your skill set in all of these, in collaboration, consensus building, and conflict resolution and mediation, I think the professional concentration would do nicely for that.
Thanks, Monica. We did have a question earlier that I answered in the question and answer, was that the question was, where are our classroom offices located, which is a great question. We are based in Sacramento, California. Our offices, our classroom offices rather, classroom building? Classrooms are in Sacramento. Our office is located at One Capitol Mall. So those that are familiar with the Sacramento area, we are located near the downtown / Old Sacramento region. So that would be the location for our classes. I saw that somebody had their hand raised, but if you have a question, go ahead and list it in the question and answer button, and we'll go ahead and answer it for you. We had another question about whether our courses alternate online versus in person. So we do have some classes that are remaining online, which is our the first course in our professional concentration that we said earlier, the introduction to conflict resolution, that is completely online. The remaining 2 courses are offered alternately in remote and in-person format, because again, we want to make sure we accommodate everybody as much as possible. That's the reasoning for that. So that was a great question. Thanks, Diana. I believe we answered most of these, but again, if anybody has any questions, you're more than welcome to reach us. You can contact us in multiple places. You can reach us at lunar@ucdavis.edu, which I've put in the chat already. You can also find us on Facebook and tell us how much you love this information session. And you can also, again, send us an email, and we're more than welcome to reach out to you and give you some more information. So again, we'll be sending out the link to this recording, and also with the discount, the $100 coupon code, we'll send that out as well. So if you have any other questions, or if you're still thinking about things and something comes to you after lunch, because that's when I do my best thinking, is after lunch. So if you have any questions afterward, you're more than welcome to reach out to us then. So we'll give everybody another minute just to see if there's any other questions that come through. And if not, we'll go ahead and give you some time back for you to enjoy said lunch. All right, so we'll go ahead and wrap up today. But again, feel free, if you like a broken record, but feel free to reach out to us at lunar@ucdavis.edu. Again, you can visit us on Facebook as well, and some things to think about. And we hope we provided enough information of value to you, and we look forward to hearing from you soon, either via email or even better in one of our upcoming courses. Take care, everyone.